With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks 32-yard line.
Throwing his Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts.
And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding
touchdown, Eagles.
A.J. Brown,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have got the yard up to the 25.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The Seahawks had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
19, ready.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Watson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Brings up 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Running left is Walker. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Cats on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
Eagles, first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 17, Hurts. This is caught. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jihad Campbell charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
They're going to look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taken from just outside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
On the jump. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And going right back to Walker. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
So part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Got it. Ready?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Panther 11. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
He'll drop to throw. Wow, and that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll take this and run. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw again. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Come on.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his receiver, Watson. 3rd catch in this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready? Catch!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now a 2nd and 2.
20-yard line.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Off to the races. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. to the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
22 yards.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now back to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
For the Seahawks.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd and 11. Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
And an Eagles first down.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Timberwolf. Ready, ready?
Straight ahead, Walker. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Second and 10.
18, right here. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
He'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with the ground. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
79 Broncos. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to the 32. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Hurts fumbles it. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here
defensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And it's third down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. They go play action with Hurts. He'll try and do this himself.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
19 tight. 19 tight. Get it? Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go, Scott. Left side, Cowboy 80. Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Reek Woolen.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
70, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Seahawks 18.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
It's taken to the 26. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Cougar 19. 60 back.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Here's Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. An extra point had been thrown by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Eagles 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Dances by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and lift a throw. Will go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Walker with another carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard.
Back to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple. Yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 22-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now we've got whistles. I think we had a defender too eager to go for the block. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Philadelphia, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.